Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trimmed with blue. He stands 6 feet 7 inches tall and weighs 250 pounds. He comes to the ring tonight with a perfect professional record consisting of 31 bouts, 31 victories, including 22 knockouts, and he has held the world title belt of the IBC. Ladies and gentlemen, from Norristown, PA, USA, here is the top-rated world contender, the undefeated challenger, Michael And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, standing tall at 6 feet 5 inches and weighing in at 247 pounds. His professional record, an outstanding one with 37 bouts. He has 35 victories, including 27 knockouts, only 1 defeat with 1 draw while capturing 4 World Championship title belts. Ladies and gentlemen, from East London, England, presenting the universally recognized, reigning and defending, undisputed, true heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox Lewis.
Chief second in here, everybody else out. Let's clear the ring first. Just the chief second, my friend, okay? Good evening, gentlemen. You two are big men. Let's have a nice, clean fight. Good luck to the both of you. God bless.
You heard Grant say God bless to Lewis. These are 2 Goliaths. It's Goliath versus Goliath. No slingshots. Just big boulders being thrown by both of them.
And for what it's worth, although this doesn't seem to interest the public, these are 2 good men. Early thunder from Grant. Lewis tries to fire back. Grant said he would come out aggressively, and he lands a big right hand. Everybody talks about Grant holding his left hand low. Lewis holds his left toe low also, and Michael Grant just illustrated it by pounding a right hand through it.
Lewis is a good right hand puncher, but he needs his guy exchanging the right hands. He shouldn't be overthrowing them right now. Grant is a big guy. You want to be conservative. Now don't waste any shots.
Grant put in a left hand to the body. He's a better, more effective body puncher than Lewis.
Step back now.
Now Lewis is getting the rhythm now of stopping his right hand, and you don't want him to get in the rhythm of stopping Grant's right hand because his confidence gets greater and he's standing straighter up for his over top right hand. Grant's got to be conservative. Don't throw that right hand unless you know you have an opening.
There's already a little blood coming from the mouth of Lewis.
I think as a result of the right cross that Grant landed over against the far ropes there.
Well, you got to have a lot of Vaseline in your mouth when you get in the ring. The first round, not enough lubrication there. You need Vaseline.
Lewis lands an uppercut and Grant goes down. Thunderous uppercut.
That punch landed very high on the head, which is a place that can paralyze a fighter.
Second fight in a row in which Grant has been knocked down in the first round. Second time he'll have to work to survive the last minute of round 1. Lewis lands a right hand on the top of the head. Grant trying to fire back. Ropes held him up. Mercanti will count again. 2 knockdowns in the round.
4, 5.
No 3 knockdown rule in a heavyweight title fight.
8.
Lewis has got to be direct. Don't waste your shots with this big guy. He has endurance.
Lewis throwing to the body as Grant tries to hold him upstairs.
Break.
Lewis got in another right hand.
Grant is wobbling. One punch will finish him. Can he hold on for another 20 seconds?
Another uppercut lands for Lewis. That's the punch that did so much damage.
Lewis has still got to be. Whoa!
That should do it.
That's it.
That should do it.
That's it. He's broke his legs.
I don't think Grant will get up from that. Well, here it comes. He's going to try. 8. And Grant makes it out of the round. Michael Grant's plan to attack produced a sudden reversal in round 1.
Give it a. Hot water. Mike, you gotta use your legs, man. You gotta use your legs. You hear what I say? You gotta use your legs, man. Mike, stop. Put your mouth. I'm all right. You all right, dude?
Never been a round like this in heavyweight boxing history between two such big men. This is the first knockdown. The right hand on top of the head, which disoriented Grant and had him weaving, holding on, looking to find his balance for the rest of the round. And that right hand appeared to finish him. How did he get out of it? Does he have anything left here? And now it's Lewis who goes on the attack.
Lewis still got to be conservative. He should stick his left jab and start feinting a little bit now. Michael Grant, nothing else. He has endurance.
Well, for any who still think the fight will go 12 rounds, Grant is now in a deep hole.
Break! Step back.
His corner told him to use his legs, but I think just being big and using your strength.
It took amazing fortitude for Grant to get up from that third knockdown. The kind of fortitude he showed in surviving the first round against Galata. But Grant still doesn't have his legs, and Lewis is just teeing off.
That is a lot of weight. After you miss, you bump into something like that, you can get pretty tired throwing shots. Lewis is better set it up with his left jab.
Well, he's got his legs here for a moment.
Don't waste your punches on big men.
Let's go.
George, this is survival here.
For Lennox Lewis, better be conservative. You better know what you're throwing after.
Lennox is being careful. He doesn't want to walk into a big right hand coming back.
He's walking right into a big puncher.
All right, let's go.
Step aside, jab him, go to the body, then feint, come back on top. Don't just walk in. Forget about the first round. Start all over again.
There he goes. Lewis beginning to pop the jab. And now Grant begins to get his senses back as well.
Michael, break. Stop holding, Mike, now.
That's the thing about big guys fighting. There's not a lot of room in the ring for them not to cover up and start grabbing and clinching.
Lewis landing the uppercut again, and he punches Grant into submission for the moment with the uppercut. But Michael still able to stand up.
Hold on.
Step back, I said break.
You weather the storm, and the rounds can even get better for you.
Lewis missed the uppercut, landed the right hand.
But Lewis got a little taste of Grant's power that time also.
Let go of that head, Lennox.
Big mistake for Lewis not to be a little more skillful here. He needs to be using his jab.
And for the moment, Lewis looks punched out as he lands another uppercut and floors Grant for the fourth time.
5, 6, 7.
This time I don't think so.
9. That's it, my man.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. I got you.
The plan to attack Lennox Lewis just backfired.
Big time.
Need to be conservative. Let the fight go along. Get some advantages. He didn't do that.
The punch with which Lennox Lewis finally bested Evander Holyfield last November was his right uppercut. The punch with which he finished this fight was his right uppercut. People are going to begin to learn you don't give Lewis a chance to throw that punch when it matters.
Boy, Well, good fight for heavyweights.
That was exciting, wasn't it?
And what a bravery for Grant.
Oh, man.
Where did he get the heart? You get a paycheck, he deserves it.
Yeah.
Well, you got fireworks. We waited all year last year for fireworks in the heavyweight division, and we finally got them here.
Well, this is one of those games where 4 minutes of action can be better than an hour of inaction.
Ooh, over the top, he's holding him, and he lands that uppercut.
Absolutely right. Got away with holding the head while he landed the uppercut.
Grant should not have been down there. Ooh.
That hurts.
Lennox Lewis is a puncher.
There are going to be a lot of fans looking at this, George, and wondering, well, he seemed to have Holyfield outmatched. Why wasn't he able to do that against Evander, who weighed 217, when it was easy to do it against Grant, who weighed 250?
Grant did a foolish thing. He attacked this heavyweight champion, and he's the same height and even taller. You attack him if you're lower. Don't stand up in that high ground.
Yeah, and Holyfield didn't do a lot of punching because he was afraid of this. Tried to slow the fight down, and he did.
So Lennox Lewis solidifies his hold on the heavyweight title.
I'm strong.
Good job, gentlemen. That's a lot of class.
And the disappointed Grant, frustrated that he has no more chance tonight, thinking misguidedly that he could have continued. Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 2 minutes, 53 seconds into round number 2. The winner by knockout victory, and still the universally recognized, undisputed, true heavyweight champion of the world, from East London, England, Lennox Lewis.
As George Foreman called him, the most American of foreign champions, and certainly this will increase his popularity in America, where fans like punchers.
They like knockouts. And this is it. He's the house fighter here tonight. The Garden people, they saw him do good against Evander Holyfield. Now they've seen him even do better tonight.
47 out of 83. Of course, a fair amount of it was target practice after he got Grant in trouble with the big right hands in the middle of the first round. Grant didn't do too badly, landing 22 out of 47, but he was unable to do the necessary damage early when he landed on Lewis before Lewis was ready to go.
Oh, it was that reggae music he came into the ring with.
It hops you up,
jumping and jumping and jumping and
power punches. Grant 15 out of 34. Lewis 34 out of 64. It was a clinic with the uppercut once he got it going, and a knockout victory for Lewis, the most explosive showing of his career. Let's go to Larry Merchant in the ring.
All right, thank you, Jim. Congratulations, Lennox. You thought that because of what happened in Grant's last fight with Galata when he got knocked down in the first round, that he wouldn't be so bold. Were you shocked that he came at you the way he did?
Yeah, I was shocked. I said if he came at me, it was going to be a short fight. You know, I was surprised when they said he was going to come at me, straight at me. I was surprised because I'm the hardest fight in his whole career. He's been boxing against B-class opponents. Now he's moved up against A-class opponents, and I was really surprised.
What were your thoughts at that moment? Did it take you a moment to gather yourself and say, okay, I'm just going to wait and see, look for openings?
Yeah, I realized that, you know, after I was throwing my jab, he kept on putting his head down. So I realized I got more superior speed. He's never seen a boxer like me, so, you know, I felt very confident going in there.
Did anything he threw at you and landed have any effect on you?
No, not really, because most of the time I seen when he was winding up. You know, he came in there pretty gutsy. He's a good young fighter. He definitely should keep it up.
We're going to take a look at the final knockdown that resulted in the end of this fight. And I want you to look at it and tell me. Now, aren't you holding him at the same time as you're punching him?
Well, no, not really. He was actually he put his head down, so I just kept his head in one position so I could get a good shot at it.
Could you tell that after the knockdowns in the first round that he wasn't all there coming out in the second round?
Well, I realized, you know, if I hit him and he went down, all I have to do is keep on hitting him. Like I said, you know, he got up against Galata, but if he dared to get up against me, I'll just hit him again. And, you know, more time, it's just going to be harder and harder.
Your trainer, Emmanuel Stewart, has wanted you to be aggressive, says that you have needed to show passion, to go after your opponents, to produce exciting, dramatic results. Have you been listening to him too well? Is this what you were hoping for?
You know, I say styles make fights, you know, and I believe that Michael Grant was a perfect style for me to showcase some of my talent. You know, if he would have moved in the later rounds, I would have showed a bit more. But, you know, I don't get paid for overtime.
So, in effect, you're saying that you are who you are, and if the fighter comes to you, then he can expect the incoming as well as the outgoing.
I just come to conquer. That's all. Just come to conquer. Any guy that steps in front of me get knocked out straight away. You know what I mean?
After two major fights, the two biggest fights of your life last year against Evander Holyfield, and finally conquering the mountain, get to where you wanted for so many years, were you either concerned that maybe unconsciously you would let down here, or did you feel this is going to even make you better somehow?
It's just going to make me better. I improve with each fight. You know, the two fights against Evander Holyfield were just, you know, just one step to greatness.
Thank you very much. You were great tonight.
Thank you.
Lennox Lewis.
I'd just like to thank the Boxers Writers of America for voting me best boxer of the year. Enough respect to them. Thank you.
Once again, Jim.
All right, thank you very much. Well, George, you suggested before the fight that it was a bad idea for him to be the manager and pick the opponent. He proved you wrong on that one.
He proved me wrong.
Now, here's the new
That's the way I like it, though.
Yeah.
Be proven wrong.
Here's the new conventional wisdom I'll throw at you. He's still growing as a fighter. He hasn't taken a lot of punishment. He's a relatively young 34. He could rule for years to come.
I said that you pick those roses, you'll get scratched, and you saw what happened to his mouth early in the round.
Yeah.
Now, this guy can be around a long time because of this left jab. He didn't use it tonight. He should have. But I think he's going to get better and better and better, and he should retire at about 45. No.
Well, he uses different skills in every fight. I mean, the fight that he fought tonight is not what you expect out of the guy that you saw against Holyfield last year.
He fought like an American tonight.
Let's go back to the American Larry Merchant with the American Michael Grant.
Okay, thank you very much again, Jim. Michael, did you execute the game plan and get executed in the process?
You know, Jim, I think Larry, I was just too anxious and everything. You know, a lot of people look at me to go ahead and bring this thing home, and I wanted to do that for me and for everybody who supported me. And, you know, I felt a lot of love in Madison Square Garden tonight. I never forget that. This has been pretty much the biggest shot in my career. And no, I didn't. I didn't execute the thing that I should have did.
Are you saying that somehow you got caught up in the excitement of this and perhaps went out too fast, or perhaps went out in a way in which you were attacking but not defending at all?
That I was attacking before. But before we get into the answer, let me give honor to God and my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I know things didn't work out the way I wanted to, but that was God's will, the way it happened right there. But no, I didn't attack. I mean, things didn't happen the way they should have happened as far as what my corner wanted me to do. I know I went down. I seen a lot of openness. The guy had his hand down, so I wanted to take advantage of that stuff. And obviously, he's swinging on wild left hooks because he knew that it was a smart fighter. I give credit to Lennox. He was a smart fighter. He knew I was going to come after that head. He had it wide open, and he did the correct thing. He threw an overhand hook to catch me around the backside and knock my equilibrium off, and there I was. I went down.
So did you ever regain your equilibrium between rounds? Were you able to restore yourself to any degree when you came out in the second round? What were you feeling?
Yeah, I felt good. I was restored and everything. I wasn't hurt still. When I sat down the corner and got maybe 30-second rest, I was ready to go back. I didn't even want to sit no more. I was ready to get back and fight because the guy knocked me down and it made me mad. I don't want to get out there and just try to do what I had to do.
All right, let's take a look at the final knockdown, and you tell us what you saw, because it's apparent in these pictures that he was holding you, or were you just bending down? Tell us what you see.
You know, he threw a jab and I threw a jab, and at that point right there, I think I was leaning in too far. He brought a punch under. You know, Lennox leans his weight on him, which is a smart idea. If the ref ain't gonna say nothing about it, it's a good thing to do. Lean your weight on your opponent and everything, and until the ref breaks you up, and then you can do what you want pretty much till the ref say anything about it. But he leaned on me and everything, then he wanted to get sneaky with it, and he threw a short uppercut in there. Probably hit me on the chin or on the neck or somewhere, and just, you know, weaken my equilibrium.
If you had it to do all over again, would you trust your boxing skills more than you did tonight?
Absolutely, absolutely. I went to a straight grudge match, and I shouldn't have did that. That was stupidity on my part. But hey, I'm learning. I learned in this game, and I gotta give thanks, Larry. You know, I came a long way in a short period of time through my dedication.
So we can assume that we'll see Michael Grant again.
Oh, it ain't over till the fat lady sing, and everybody here wearing a size 6 dress.
Thank you very much, Michael. Jim?
All right, thank you very much. And Michael Grant, terrific young man, showed his sportsmanship, I think, by not complaining.
I like that.
Let's take a look back at what happened in the first round, George, and talk to me about the significance of big man against big man.
Well, Lennox Lewis has been at a disadvantage. He's been fighting shorter guys for so long. He's not been able to show his real stuff like he did in the Olympics and in Europe. Tonight, he had somebody up there where all his power is. He took advantage of it.
So Grant's height gave Lewis the punching angles he needed to maximize his
they
power.
say you aim and you go right through or try to knock the guy down, and he was right there where you throw punches. He didn't have to look around his waist for him. Everything you want, Grant was there for it. Uppercuts, right hand, hooks. That's your dividends.
Lennox's sledgehammer uppercut, ultimately the finishing blow. And he celebrates in the ring with the symbols that Lennox really doesn't need. He doesn't need those belts for you, the public, and the rest of us to know.
And you're going to have to give it to England. They got them a good champion.
He's the heavyweight champion of the world. All right.
He's an
Just spit it right in there. Don't worry about it. Up your hands. Be sharp. Change your angle. Give him that, hey, come on. And snap your punch.
So you saw the